Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 18 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the last video, we were able to add all the lights. So as you can see, we added lights right here, around here, and then from the bottom here, from the awning. So now we're gonna continue working on this. So now that we have the 3D view, before I'm gonna show you guys how to add in the sheets. So before that, let's go on to level 1, and as you can see, the tags here, the room tags, are not yet added. So what you need to do is go to architecture, and then we have rooms here. But before that, we have room separator, because how this works is it needs to be closed off in order for you to just add in the room. But because this is an open area, as you can see, you can only add one room here. So to do that, we use room separator. So click here, it will just show you a line, and then from there you can close this off. And then once we do the room again, as you can see, it's only confined to this area. So we need to do this room separator here, and then in the kitchen, so you need to select or to close it off from a wall. So this is a wall, and then here we're going to add in the living area, and then this will be our entrance, and then the stairs, so our corridor. Let's check in level 2 so that we don't need to do this anymore. We could just do it at one time. So from here, everything is roomed, so we don't need to worry about room separating. So now we could just click on the rooms. So click here, here, and here. And then we even have this for the laundry. Go to level 2, add all of those, and even the washrooms. And then here we can add in backyard right here. At least this is closed off. And then we could put in carport here if you want to, but to be honest, we don't need to here on this part. So it's just too much already. So now we just need to name them. I'm using all caps, so what I'm gonna do is this will be dining, this will be kitchen, laundry, backyard. So depending on your scale is the scale of the room tag as well. So as you can see, 1:100, this is the scale that we have. If we in case make it bigger, this will be going to be smaller. So here we have living, and then corridor, and then we forgot to add this part right here, powder room. Just gonna add this one, PW, and then go to level 2. This will be our masters, our ensuite, washroom 1. This will be our corridor, 2, and then we have bedroom 1 and bedroom 2. So that's good right there. So we have all them named already. So let's go down here and create our sheets. So here, right click, new sheet. A0 metric is already loaded. If you need a different one, just go here at title blocks, and we have different sizes. So I'm just going to use A0 metric already. It's already here. And then here, you put it _, design. The project name is house. And then you can even put in the name. This is cover sheet. Okay. And then after that, let's add in different ones. So add in another one. So let's add in maybe 6 at the moment. And then once we add all the sheets, we can name them all at once. So you can even change the name right here. Once you double click here, we could change this one as first floor. And then you can also go to each sheet and then change it, similar to what we did in the cover sheet. So this will be second floor, and then we will have sections here, and then we can also get elevation, and then another elevation here. So in the cover sheet, earlier in an earlier video, we created the 3D view. So if you can't remember how you do it, I did it. So you can go to our ground floor and then create this camera view right here, and then it will create another one. So for example, I want it on this side. You can create that, and then you just need to make this one nicer again, and then change this to fine, and then this is to realistic, and then there you go, you have another one. But I'm gonna use this 3D view number 1, and then go to view and then click on render. So we're gonna render this, and then we're just gonna render it as draft, because if you go to medium until custom, it will vary depending on the resolution that you're gonna use. So it will take a while for customs, or best if you choose that. So for me, I'm just gonna use draft, and then I'm just gonna leave it everything default, and then just click on render. So it will just be a couple of seconds, and once it's done, we'll be able to have a rendering view right here, and then we'll be able to just drag and drop there. As you can see, it's actually faster. And then after this, what you can do is you can adjust exposure right here. So for example, this is too bright, you want it to be darker, so you can adjust all of this depending on what you want. And then once you're done, you can click apply, and then if you don't like it, you can reset it and then press OK. You can export it as well to different file types like JPEG and PNG, but for me, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save it to the project, so it will have a rendering section right here, and then I'm just gonna name it render 1 and then press OK. So now we have under sections now our rendering folder. So we could close this. Let's go to our cover sheet and then just drag and drop here. So as you can see, it's right there. And the difference between dragging and dropping 3D view and then the rendering is that in rendering, you'll be able to make it enlarge. And as you can see, it's really sizable. But for 3D view, this is it. If you make it large, it doesn't follow along. So you're limited to the 3D view and then the size of the 3D view. So that's why it's better to render it, and then you can enlarge this one, as you can see. After that, let's go to our schedule, right click on that, and then new sheet list. We're going to add sheet number first, add parameter, and then sheet name afterwards. Just in sample, if you made a mistake, you can always delete that by removing the parameter. So once everything is done, press OK. You will have a sheet list right here that you'll be able to bring to the cover list. And then as you can see, it's not that nice yet, so we could edit this. So double click right here and then edit the appearance. So here I don't want any black row before data. I can always change so the title to a bigger one, and then the header would be 6, and then the body will be 4. And then here I'm gonna put in drawing list. And then now, once we're in the cover sheet, as you can see, it looks much better. So we could enlarge this. And the good thing about this one is it's automatic already. So if we add another sheet here, it will create it. Or if we delete one, it will delete as well here. So you don't need to worry about it. Just leave it like that and it will manage itself. So now let's go to first floor, and here we just need to drag and drop. The reason I just drag and drop is I want to see how it looks. So at the moment, 1:100, it's too small. So I'm gonna undo that and then go to level 1 so that we could change it to 1:50. And then once we're in our sheet again, drag it again to see how it looks. So I think 1:50 is the best thing. And if you notice, because we changed the scale to a smaller one, this one became smaller as well. So the ones that I was telling you about the room tags, it became smaller as well. So now we don't need the surrounding here. So to do this, we need to go to level 1 and then check all of this. So once you check all of this, you'll be able to see this and grab this and size it to the or crop this to what you're needed to. So I'm just gonna grab it from here, and as you can see, you have more control. You can even go all the way here, and it won't cut the grid bubbles. It will just follow along, as you can see. So those are the ones that will be there even if you need to crop stuff like this. So now if we go back here, we have something like this that is more manageable, and then the size and scale is much better. What I usually do in our company is we added border. So I'm gonna use thin line, and then here I'm gonna put 10 and then 10, and then add this border right here, and then I'm gonna delete those extra lines right there. And then the title I'm just gonna grab it. But if you notice, the name here doesn't reflect the name here, but I don't want to change this. So to do that, click on the view, and we could change the title only for here. So I'm gonna put first floor as well. Click it here and then click apply. It will change here, but it won't change the name on the floor plan. So I'm gonna click the view again so that I could grab the title line and then clean it up. So now I'm gonna click on tab, select this one, and then copy so that I don't need to do the border lines again. Once I'm in second floor, I could just paste it and align to current view. So it will have that one. But before I put level 2, I'm gonna change the scale already because I already know that 1:50 is the best scale. I'm gonna click all of this so that I could crop it to a better size that I need to. I think that's good. And then what I am gonna do is I'm gonna put in second floor here because I already know that it will say level 2 on that. So now once I go to second floor and drag level 2, it will be there. I just need to move this one down and then select view again so that I could grab this title line, and then there you go. Everything looks good and looks professional. So after we have cover sheet, second floor, first floor and second floor, now let's focus on section. So as you notice, the information is not yet here, but once we add those sections to the section sheet, it will add all those information. So now let's go to section. I'm going to go to modify and add the border line again because we still have it. For now, I'm just going to leave it like this, and then go to section and then add the section 1. As you can see, it's too dull and it's too small. So now let's go to section and change it to this scale, 1:50. It's good if we put it to fine and then shaded. I want to see everything. So even here, I want everything that is added here, even the front. So at least everything is covered, even the pool and the backyard. Let's go to section 2 and change this one as well. Same settings that I did here, and then we need to make it a little bit bigger, and then I want the shadow so that we can see the depth. Okay, so now let's go to section, and then here we just need to drag and drop, fix this one, we have the section already. Select here, and then we could just click tab, CO, and then add the same line right here, and then go to section to add this one. Add the title and then grab this one to fix it. So now as you can see, it looks much better. Everything is there, all the information, and if you notice, there is information now on those sections that we added. So if we check here, even here, all those information are already added. So because this is BIM, everything is automatic. So if you change this the sheet where this is located, it will automatically change right here, so you don't need to worry. So now what I want to do is copy both of these lines, so because I'm gonna use that for my elevation. So I'm gonna copy to clipboard only the lines and go to elevation. I'm just gonna try one, and I already know that it needs to be 1:50 and change the information as well. So go to east, put it to 1:50. What we need to do is we need to change this so that we're only focusing on this part right here. Okay, and then change this to hidden line, fine. And then this one, change graphic display to background gradient, apply OK. And then here fine, and then this one I want it to be realistic. Okay, so we need to change that on all of this before adding it, so that we don't need to worry about it. So change this 1:50, make this to fine, make sure it's realistic, and then the graphics display background is gradient, and there you go. And then now we go to south elevation, 1:50. This one is crop properly, make it to fine, and then realistic, and then go back here and change the background to gradient. There you go. And then lastly, west elevation, 1:50, fine, realistic, go back so that you can change the background to gradient, apply OK. And then here we just need to select all of this so that we could crop it properly, crop the annotation as well, and those kind of stuff. So now the last thing that we need to do is to add them on the elevation, but we need to paste the lines that we created for our section, and then we just need to drag and drop. I know this one is bigger, so we just need to make this one big, and then let's delete this. Let's add in a proper one. And then copy the lines, CO, and then here let's put in north. Add this one right here, and then clean up the line, and then let's copy both of this line, copy to clipboard, and then go to the other elevation, paste it, current view, and then drop south and west. For here, we could just adjust it from here. Click right here, click view so that you could grab the line, and then here move this one, select the view, and then grab this and press escape. So now we could add in another drawing. So new sheet, azerometric. We're just gonna do probably 2 callouts. So I just want to show you how to create callouts. You can do the callouts for even wall details, and now we're just gonna do a regular callout for plan details. So now go to first floor. So something that is usually detailed here is the let's go here, let's go to view, is right here, rectangle, and then as you can see it will create the call out. Information is not yet here because we haven't added it to a sheet, which is we just created. Let's put call out. You can even put details. So now let's go back to first floor, and then here we could double tap here so that we could go to the proper location, and then find it to referring view, or just add this one right here. So go to call out kitchen. We need to name this one kitchen detail, and then if we go to, so I'm just gonna close some of this one that we don't need, and then just drag this one, and then I'm going to add in this one right here. To make it look nice. And then let's go to level 2 and then add one more call out. Let's do the masters and the ensuite. So we put details, and then let's add it right here. As you can see, copy this one to make it look nice, and we could just adjust it. And then as you can see, every information that we have now is here. And then if we even go to level 1, those information will be added, so you don't need to worry about it. So now that we finished all the sheets, let's save it first, and then we could do a full set print. So what I usually do is create those preset already. So make sure your selected views and then click on combine. After that, you select your printer, and then I just leave it as default for now. Select here, uncheck this one, and then here check all, because all of them we need it for a full set. I even save this one and put in full set, so that every time that I need a full set, I just need to select this one and then it will have. And of course, you can create multiple preset views that you need, because most of the time when you're working on a company, it's not just this sheet, it's multiple, even hundreds. So when you have those hundreds drawing, sometimes, for example, if you have a tender or permit or addendums, those addendums, you don't need to only the changes that happened, is the one that you need to check. Only the ones with revision clouds are the ones that are needed. So most of the time you create all of those. So for example, if this is not needed for this one, so for example, save as, this will be addendum 1. So now this is addendum and we have full set, which is all checked. And then now you just need to press OK and then OK and then wait for it to be printed out. It's just 7 sheets, so it's usually fast. And then let's save this one to the desktop and then let's look into it. So right here we have cover sheet, we have first floor, second floor, and it's really nice to have the border. It makes it look more professional. We have this one with turn on shadows so that we can see the depth. We have elevation 1, 2, east, west, south, and north. And then we even have call out. So thank you for watching and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.